Fallout Fanatics, and welcome to the next episode of Let's Build a Settlement. I don't think you can really call this a settlement, but an institute here in the Vault 8080. Yeah. So, there's the new ceiling, the corrected one. GameTown walkthrough pointed out that there might have been some more opaque ones. I think there was like at one point ones that lit up, but I don't have those anymore. I think older versions of SOE or something along those lines did, but they don't exist. Not for me anyway. Yeah, these hexagonal ones are about the only ones that seem to really have any opaqueness to them. Dark enough. I mean, there's like these green ones now, but I don't have any of that for floors. But they did at one point have ones that were all like super bright white and lit up, and it was actually really cool. But I don't have them. And I decided to move this over here because that frees up all this space and tucks this away in the corner. We just have to do a little finagling over here. So for now, we're just going to shove that over there. And we're going to try and redesign this corner if we can. Yeah, it looks like we can squeeze out maybe a little more space to make this a little more practically or something. So for now, we're just going to store a bunch of these things and see what we can do to get a little more floor space to make that work. So first things first, let's go into the floor section. Let's see. Alright, so that might work. We'll put some wall pieces in. We might get rid of some of this curviness too, and do a little something something. I'm probably even gonna take out this little nook, and we're gonna go like straight across that way. Because the more I look at it, the more I don't like the way that it looks. So, just a little bit much. I think we can probably get away with doing a little squaring here. So for now, I'm just gonna get rid of most of this. We'll keep that. And probably bring that to here. Let me turn my highlighting back on so I can just see. Okay. So, actually, I might just make that straight. Let's see. And here, door number 2. Let's take all of this out. Now, the other thing mentioned too was possibly using like an angled wall over there if I decide to keep that there, but I'm not. So, I'm going to see if we have an angled wall in here. Maybe I can use that. This corner. There we go. There's our angled. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there's none with the stripes, so we can maybe see how you get on here. Okay. But now, oh, you will. Fantastic. We can just go straight along like that. And take out all these curved pieces. So we'll change the design because we won't have that stripe anymore, which seems kind of redonkulous, but you know, what can you do? Okay, and then we can just fill in the floor pieces there. And these stack. Sweet, they do. Maybe we can stick a bunch of like machinery or something on here to make it look like, you know, we didn't have the light there for a reason or something. So we'll play with this for the moment and see how things go. Now, oh, that's because I was using these. Are there angled partition walls? I don't think there is. We have doors. Oh, there is! Oh, what a dum-dum. Feel so dummy. There we go. Why didn't you guys tell me that? No, you're supposed to be helping me. And of course, if I was doing a live stream, then yeah, that would have made all the difference. I am going to be doing one sometime soon. Haven't decided when yet, but eventually. It's a lot of work to do that for me anyway. Let's put these up. Yeah, so then let's see. Yeah, that's not too bad. We might even do the same here with these curves. What's behind there? Oh yeah, see, look at all that space back there. You know what? Let's play around. Let's Store all these guys. And let's see. I can do here. And some angled walls. Let's see how far back actually do I want to go. Maybe from there. Let's, oops, doodle. Store those. Come on back here. Ooh. Ew. Ew. Okay, maybe not. That's, yeah. No, we're gonna lose so much space doing it that way. Okay. Now we gotta rebuild all that. Chutes and ladders. Well, at least we can. There we go. Get a little semblance of what we had going on there. There we go. You got it back. Yeah, we do need that. Okay, it was worth a shot. I was thinking the angle would be a little more subtle. Help us out in the way that we want, but half there or the half. No, let's do it this way. Let's reverse these. Yeah, you can just sit there for the moment. We'll stick all the halves in the corner. Okay. So once I get this finalized here, then here we go. I am going to actually start partitioning off sections here to make like little small rooms, essentially, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Floors. Don't need anything. Legs, we can actually see what's going on. There we go. We'll just have a bunch of these little dudes in there. We got a gap in there. What the fudge is that all about? Okay. I don't know. Well, we can put over, I guess. And then, yeah, then that just ends up with a gap there. But we can do that. That. Nice! That works. That one looking a little better. There we go. 2. On there. Okay. That works. Alright, probably a good idea to save. As I mentioned in the last video, I've been having more crashes recently. Pretty sure it has to do with the whatchamacallit. Yeah, Enclave mods. Sorry. Drawing a total blank there for a moment. Okay. Regular floor pieces we want. Sure we do it right this time. There we go. Just throw that in there and that in there. Yeah, there. Oop, another one. Not one, not. And so that was another suggestion, as I mentioned about doing the angled walls here. I can probably hide that unless I can find something to stick there. I haven't bothered to tackle that yet. Turn on our surface snapping. Okay. There we go. Alright. Yeah, let's try to view as best we can over here. There we go. That kinda works. Got some space back here. Wonder. Let's see what's behind here. Oof, yeah, see, that's so darn close. I mean, it works. Doesn't look the prettiest. Actually, I want to rotate that maybe. This guy. Let's see. I kind of like that a little better. That's close. And then, I think... Ooh, that close. I'll stick like some equipment-looking type stuff back there. Pull this guy out a little bit. Just so it looks like, you know... There we go. I got stuck. Like it's doing something. I think it's supposed to be like that. Because otherwise, you just got this wasted space back here. There we go. And then, yeah, I gotta figure out, I gotta put some sort of ring or something around that, because for some reason, the whatever asset here doesn't have that. But yeah, that looks so much better. You can actually turn this into a room, too. I can put a wall up here. Alright, let's do another quick survey. Overwrite that guy. Okay, now, as for this, I think I decided I'm not going to do the water. It's just going to be too much work. So, we're going to skip that. And actually, you know, I need... anyone I can actually see a little better. There we go. Turn off our surface snapping. Boom, we're going to do that. That's just a temporary thing. I'll instead do this. Go to walls. Go to the partition wall so we can continue on with that same thing. There we go. Oh, actually I probably needed that over there. Dummy. Whatever. So we're just going to put these in. Like so, to keep with the stripes that we got going on. Build this all the way like this. I did this off-screen testing, and I actually kind of like the way it looked. We're gonna have like this big grand stairway coming down this way, and let's see this try. Yeah. Well, once I put the ceiling in, you probably won't really see much of anything, and I'll have to figure that out too. I have to do some sort of angled ceiling. That there. Nope, nope, nope. Yep. There we go. Probably do kind of the same, same glass ceiling type dealy. Okay, no. No. Gotta keep consistency with the stripes. We're basically ignoring steps there. And yeah, we're probably gonna cut off our ceiling here, which makes these kind of obsolete, but that's okay. Oops. Okay. And we can take that guy out, because we're gonna put another set of steps, and I think I'm gonna take these out, to be honest, because I'm not 100% loving the color. They're too... I don't know. They don't work. That's all I can say. Alright, let's finish filling this in, and then we'll go ahead and put some ceiling bits in. I don't know what's going to be visible or not, so we're just going to fill this in. And no, I'm not going to keep the exposed rock, because we don't want any. At least I don't. If you do, that's on you, but no. Alright, let's do another survey. And I'm going to be using glass doors too. Somebody had mentioned that, and I'd forgotten that they even existed, as usual. And we're going to have like maybe some glass doors down here, some glass doors up there, glass walls, etc. If you were paying attention, I'll show you again real quick. Go into the glass, the walls, regular walls. This. We're going to try and incorporate this as much as we can. Of course, it would have to go on that side. And then it kind of messes up. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, it does kind of mess up my whole thing. Because then it means you just got to put the doors on one side. I kind of wanted to center the doors, but I don't think there's a half wall. Let's check real quick. It's, see, there's a green half wall, but it doesn't have a design. Alright. So anyway, yeah, if I'm going to put the... Oh yeah, we got these two. I forgot these existed. We'll be using these elsewhere too. Some really cool stuff. Yeah, see, we can put the door something like that if we wanted to. They open and they close. So we'll figure it out. I might do this down there and have this be like that, opaque, so it's a little more private. I don't know if that really matters. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Okay, let's see. Let's go back into glass. Floors. No, we want the angled ones. And of course, they don't snap. Why wouldn't you? No. Should be snapping. I wanna even did I turn that on. I didn't turn that off, right? No, that's surface snap. Regular snap is yeah, it was on. Here. Oh yes, sir. Snap to that. But that's floor too. I wonder if it's because these are in the way. Let's try it. There we go. Okay. And we'll go up another one. Then should be nice and flat from there. Go. Okay. Just do that one just to make that work. That actually looks kind of cool, to be honest. That looks really freaking cool. Might incorporate some of that. That way we can help hide the rock better. That does look pretty cool, though. Oh, we gotta take that one out, though, because we can see the stripes through it. Alright. So we're back into walls, partition walls. We blanks. There we go. We'll put that there, that there. That does kind of look out of place of green. Well, we're definitely taking that out. Because I want to do like some a centered door. So let's do partition walls. No, I want to go to regular. Yeah, and we need half walls. Give me that guy there, that one there, and the door. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, I guess the stairs do kind of work because of the floor that's up here. But I'm still not 100% sold on it. Did that auto close? No. I thought I heard it close. Cool. Okay. Now. That looks pretty badass. Let's do another save. Be safe. And then I'm going to look into very briefly the vault floors. Or no. Ooh. Wanted to put that down for a second. And put that one there. Yeah, okay, no, that one won't work. Let's put that one back. Let's see, what are these? Atrium ceilings. Okay. Now that we know. Back into here, structures. Back into good old atrium. Yeah, we're back to it. Floors. Ceiling floors, ceiling parts. Okay. Excellent. Hey. Alright, that wants to be difficult. Snap. Son of a gun! Alright, we're gonna have to start it from here. There we go. So that'll work great for everything except for the angle bars, because there is no angled atrium ceiling floor thing. And the closest you get is like the big giant things way down here. Way down there. Yeah, let's see that type of stuff, but even that's not going to work. It does look kind of cool, though. If I can get these, whoops, a doodle, to work in here. And it's only the angled pieces that it won't. Ceiling. Man. I don't know. We'll leave it there for now, just for that one. And I'll decide if I want to do this whole entire thing, because that's going to be a dilly of a pickle. Alright, let's go back into Snappy now. And maybe interior building kits. Let's look at the different things here, because I know there are stairs in here. aren't too bad. Maybe. What do the stairs look like in this one? No. Definitely not those. I mean, I could do, like, wood or something. Let's see. Nah, that looks old and cruddy. We don't like that. I want something that looks like, you know, kind of fancy. You got the wood, which, you know, does kind of work, but, not loving it, loving it. Let's see, let's go back in here. This is where I originally got my stairs from. Let's see. There's, yeah, the lighter colored ones. Got the base, which, yeah, that's not quite what we're looking for. Let's see these out. Kind of lukewarm on that. Let's take out a section and put those in. Yeah, I think they just look better. And obviously I'll change the floor too to something different. Yeah, I think this goes better with the walls. I'll keep checking other stuff as I build along. I might swap these out completely. Alright. Floors. Let's see. Doesn't necessarily have to... Oh, that's not bad. Don't love it, but don't hate it. I don't know. I'll have to keep playing around with it. Alright. Let's do another save, y'all. Save. Leave that one be for now. And let's play around with this now. What we got? That and that. Let's go back to our glass. Ooh, I didn't think about that. We're gonna have to change this. Because otherwise our door is gonna be like right where the steps are. So, back to SOE. We're gonna extend this floor into there. Oops. Oh, here. Floors. There we go. Yeah, I really wish there were like this color steps like that. That would be perfect for what we're trying to do. Oh, you know what? Let's go back into here. Partition walls. Let's get some half walls. I got an idea. We're gonna, for sure. Like, snapping. Turn that off, did we? No. Really? The half wall won't snap on its own? What the fudge? Okay. Weird, but whatever. Let's put that guy there, and that guy there, and then we take that guy out. It's a lot of work. You know, let's put these up in place for now. I'll decide if I want to do this whole thing in glass or keep the idea that I got going in my head at the moment. But, no. These guys. There. That. There. And have this just be its own thing, the glass door. Oops. Glass walls. Doors, there we go. Oh, you're short. I think there's a taller version of that. I hope. There we go. Oh, there's nothing with the restricted access? What the fudge? Oh, man, I'm gonna have to, like, fill that in. That's just wrong. You like that door, though. Okay. And I think it should be glass. I might keep that like that. We'll see once I put some glass in here. Let's see. Back to walls. Some half walls. Any half walls with like a frame? No. Oh, what are you doing to me? Okay, well. You can just end up doing that. Maybe. Whoa. That's kind of funky. Yeah, see, why? Why? Why would you design that like that? That makes no sense. Ooh, we can just that guy. Now, do we have the green half walls? Oh, what the fudge, dude? There's gaps everywhere. And there's no, like, filler pieces either. Who designed this? Why would you do that? Alright, well, there was... That one's a taller one. There we go. Okay, so that does that. That still doesn't fix the door here with this restricted access, but I could always put my own sign there. But of course there's no green door. Why wouldn't there be a green door? I guess in that case we'd do that. Oh, man, but then it just looks so wrong with nothing else like that. So, let me see, what do we have in partition walls? Is there nothing helpful? How about the thick boys? No. Okay. So, all right, go back to the half walls then. Well, let me play around here. And let me go back to my doors. See, there was, yes, that one. Okay, so get rid of that. Put that in place. Wonder if we can finagle something here. Go back to the walls. Let's put that guy there. That guy there, right? Give me a second here. Let's overlap these guys. Oops, hey, trying to grab the door here. I mean, I could just do that through the whole thing. Oops. There we go. Oh, they won't let me snap it. Put that there. There. And... that's that one there, that one there. Yeesh. Now let's see if I can... Oh, really? It lets me do it with the one, but not the others? Oh, messing up my thing here. Okay, well, that did that, but then the doors still won't... Alright. Get rid of that. Shoot. Okay. Well, let's just do that like that. Oh yeah, because then now they match. I didn't even think about that. Alright, I have one... Oh wait, no. There's no design like that, but we could do something like that. No. Just hit that and turn off our snapping. And get this guy... I don't know. Hang on. Turn our snapping back on. Pull that out. Something like this. Oh, but of course it puts it on the wrong side. Let's boop that. That, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea if that's working or not. What's going on here? Oh, ooh, yeah, okay. Let's just... No! You're taking the wrong thing! Oh man, I never thought I'd have so much trouble with one stupid wall. Okay, just go there. Go there. That's the wrong one. That's not what I wanted to grab. I gotta fix this guy. Okay. let's just put that out of my way. Oh, of course now it's not going to snap because there's just no way of doing this. Alright, I mean I do have like the whole decoration that I could just use anyway, which I think is probably going to be the best bet if I can find it now. Let's see. It's probably under decorations and SOE. So E Institute. And yeah, some of that stuff that I was just looking at right there is the type of thing we're gonna throw in the corner there behind that guy. Oh no! Merchants, vault, signs? Ooh, yeah, there's my restricted access, okay. Let's grab that. What the heck? That's weird. Never seen that happen before. Okay, well let's put surface snapping on and we'll just do it here on the floor. Okay, what else we got? Another floor one. Stand clear. Nah, I don't think we need that. There we go. Turn that around. We want... Hey. Advanced systems. No, I want the synth one. Robotics. There we go. You probably all were telling me to do that to begin with, but you know me, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. And there was advanced systems. Ooh, that thing's huge. I think we can shrinky dink that though. 50%. A little bit smaller, I think. Okay, I like that better. Nice. Should I put one on each side? Since we can't really center that. I don't think we need more than one. Okay, then you come down here. And let's see. Kind of neat too. Oh, look, there's an enclave thing. Okay. Alright, so you come down here and... Yeah. Should I make that... You tell me. Should I make the top part not glass and just that glass? Because that I don't know. And it does look kind of cool when you're coming down here and you see that. Of course now... I'm gonna do that though, I should change that. Ooh. And make that, yeah, all glass. Let's play with that real quick. To heck with it. Alright, so back into here. Glass, walls. There we go. That guy there. There's my half wall of that. There we go. Let's just see how that looks if we change that out. Dude. There you go. There we go. Yeah, no, that looks kind of cool from this angle. Like a waterfall of glass. So yeah, we kind of like got our waterfall thing going on. Okay. So, I don't know. I'll leave it for now. You guys tell me if we should change it out. Oh, you know what? I probably actually put this there when I do the wall for this thing. I think that would make more sense. Okay, let's turn our surface snapping on, or highlighting. Dummy. This way I can look in here and see where we want to put our wall. Let's see. Let's get partition walls. Let's see. Go straight across for now. We'll worry about the door later. Nice. probably could just do a half wall, but for the moment, that's fine. Okay, let me see. How's that for an entry point? Actually, no. Half wall, door. So I'll do wall, half wall. Take that out because that's probably going to end up glitching on me. There we go. Let's just do that for the moment. I'll just double you up there. And come in here. Then yeah, I can put some stuff here in the corner. Some more machinery over there. And I still gotta figure out what the heck I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna maybe find a pipe or something and make it big. Have it go in there. I think that's probably gonna be the best bet. Okay, let's close this off. And go back into here. Nope. This guy. Thar. Let's put the blanks up here. And we need the halfy dewey. There. And here. You go. There we go. Okay. Now, let's take that guy. Boom. Stick it right there. That. Excellent. Now, do we want to do door or a glass door? No, I think it's probably better this way. Cool. This way it's a little more private as to what's going on in there. And we'll take this bioscience thing, and yeah, this is a door, by the way. I put that in place. Which didn't go up so high, because I want to put that there. But we'll see. Cool. So now look, we got all this space here to do all kinds of sciencey stuff. And the bioscience will be the garden going that way. And yeah, I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. Let's play with that for a couple more seconds, y'all. Let's go into decorations and SOE and play with some of that stuff. Let's see, electronics. No. Actually, you know what? Before we do that. Stupid thing's gonna be blocked again. Snap it, getting in the way. This thing is moving me. I'm trying to place this. Let's see. Get up here. There we go. So we can get this right the way we want it. Into the wall and into the corner. Let's see, how does that look? Cool. I like it. Except these aren't perfectly even. Move that one a little bit. And we'll put a couple of small doers up here. That guy like that. That guy. Nice! Man, this thing keeps pushing me around. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And we'll put like some tables over here with some experimental stuff on it or something. Let's see. Whoa. Snapping again. I'm just gonna shovel this guy into the corner. Just like that. I'll give him a little friend. Not that little. One of these guys. Like right there. And we'll just do a whole bunch right along the wall here. Why not? No, let's spread them out. Let's put that one like that. No! No, I don't want the synth fabric. Get away from it. There it is. Yay. Now I can't even see what the heck I'm doing here. Stupid synth fabricator. grab like every one of them except for the thing I want. Alright, let's get you even with the other guess. Right about there. A little bit. There. Whoa! Watch who you're pushing, bub. Yeah, this thing just keeps knocking out. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it like that. Actually, you know what? Let's take that guy out. Let's put a big one here. Yeah, that works. I'll make sure it's different than the other. It's angled. There we go. Cool. Looking all kinds of fancy and high tech. Except this bugging me. Come on. Move that over just a smidgen. The boundaries on this thing. There we go. Okay. Get out of here. I'm stuck. There we go. Yeah, that works. Nice. Alrighty. Call it quits for an episode because this thing is bugging me. And yeah, the next time we come back, we will add some more stuff in here. Like I said, we'll put in some tables with some microscopes and whatnot. Maybe a couple of computers. And then we'll work on the other sections. Put in some more experimental stuff. Yeah, cool. Alright folks, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Till then, don't get irradiated.